Y'all get to hear me talk a lot on this channel, and you're going to get to hear me talk a lot more about swimming in the future, but I've decided to start bringing in other names, other athletes, other swimmers, and asking them about a couple of swimming things, but also some random stuff, some random things in life that'll hopefully give you a little bit of a peek into their personality and who they are outside of the water, without a cap, without a goggles, not right after a race, completely out of breath, breathing into a microphone like that, because those are mostly the only interviews that we get from time to time with these athletes. So the first guest on the show with no name, and if you want to name it, go drop it in the comments. And on your way down to the comment section, hit that like button if you want more videos like that, is David Curtis. David Curtis from NC State. He's an NCAA record holder. He's sub 22 in the 50 free long course. He's a stud. You're going to be hearing a lot from him on this channel over the next 4 or 5 videos that I release with him, and just get to know David a little bit more, so the next time you watch him race, you're like, that's right, that's David. He likes this, he likes that. I'm not going to spoil it. So hit that like button, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into David breaking down and me interjecting and probably interrupting him a little bit too much, talking about his 120.6 200 medley relay NCAA record. Take it away. First night, first relay. I mean, that relay was ridiculous from, the entire heat, right?
Yeah.
Y'all went 120.6, and then you had, I think, 2 other teams break the record as well. Splits top to bottom in that for y'all were all fast. The whole thing. But yeah, just walking through it.
I'm not gonna lie, that was probably one of the most nerve-wracking moments I've ever had in my career. Like, first off, watching, I think it was Indiana that broke it in the previous heat. Like, watching them break it, I was like, oh my, like, this is gonna be a dogfight, because if Indiana's breaking it in heat 2, it's gonna be one hell of a fight in heat 3. So my entire existence in that moment was just trying not to start hyperventilating and to calm myself down. Last year's NCAAs, I kind of went in scared, but this NCAAs, I kind of had fire, and I was like, oh, I really want to do good and swim fast, especially on those relays, because relays are kind of my jam. Going to the relay was definitely nerve-wracking. We've been working on that 200 medley relay since September, especially mostly on the relay exchanges, because I'm not the best with relay exchanges. I think that was probably the best relay exchange I've had in my career. We've just been working on that for so long at that point. It's just all of the taper, all the work just kind of nailed itself down, and we executed like we were supposed to. So
I'd say so, right? 120.6 is cooking. That's going to be a tall task to take down. Man, if it wasn't for Crooks going 18.9, that Nils 50 butterfly split would have broken the internet, right?
Yeah, 19-1. He was on fire. He throughout the year kind of felt like he was struggling a little bit, not connecting in certain parts. But when he hit that 50 fly at the beginning of the meet and everything kind of just connected, he was, all of us were hyped. Everyone was just going absolutely nuts, because it was yes, we finally did it. We finally it all worked out.
Yeah. You can see that in the celebration, right? I think I called you out specifically in the video for the 200 medley. You went 120.6 in the 200 medley relay. You jumped out of the pool and you screamed at your friends. I love it. Was that celebration premeditated, or was it just how you were feeling?
I just wanted to be up with my teammates at that point. I didn't really want to stay in the pool. They were all going nuts.
Yeah, I could tell you.
High fives and
dude,
hugs.
you were out quick.
I was like, man, I'm not sitting in the pool. I'm just going to go out. I'm going to cheer, get the team hype, get some hugs going. Because saw that we got first, but I didn't see that we got the record at one point, and we really wanted to win that relay. That was kind of our relay, our shot. And once I saw that first place, I was like, yes! And then I got out of the pool, and I looked back at the board I was getting out, and I saw 120, and I was like,
you're like, wait a minute.
Wait, we just got the record. And that's when I started going nuts, because I was just like, yes, that was the moment where I was going crazy.
Got it by half a second, right? Y'all's celebration in that relay, I think that and Brendan Burns and the 100 back, those 2 celebrations were insane. They're probably my favorites. But yeah, I loved the immediate jump out. So you didn't even see the 120.6 before you jumped out of the water?
No, I just saw the first place, and I was like, wow, we just got first.
You got double excitement. You got the first place excitement, and then you got the we just went sub 121 in the 200 medley relay.
It was kind of like a ricochet, or not ricochet, I don't even know how to say it, to be honest with you. It's just kind of one after the other, where it just kind of all connected, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And that's when speaking
of connected too, 18-2, right? 18-20, 18-21?
18-21, yeah. Yeah.
That's a best for you by how much?
I was 18.7 last year in the relay, so half a second.
So half a second and 50 free. That's not bad. Yeah, and you were out in front too. No one can say you were riding a wake or anything. That was all you. So I mean, after ACCs coming into NCAAs, I mean, you were pretty broken down for ACCs, right?
Yeah. A lot of the world championship athletes and just kind of the guaranteed NCAA qualifiers were not rested at all for NCAAs, including myself. So it was tough going in ACCs with like kind of no rest and just not being on the same page as a lot of the other athletes. But the goal there was just kind of to score points, do the best that we could with the situation, because as everyone was saying, the show was going to be at NCAAs, not ACCs. So
the diamonds were going to be fully colored in on the chest, some would say. And I mean, it seemed like y'all were popping off at NCs. I mean, the whole meet was crazy, right? The team battle was pretty nuts. And I mean, yeah, y'all were swimming great from an 18.2 and a 19.1 on the 200 medley relay all the way up to y'all had some pretty good milers as well, to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, huge meet for y'all.
Yeah, it was a really fun meet. I didn't have as much fun last year because I was too stressed and too all up in my head. But this year I kind of took a deep breath and was able to enjoy it a lot more, and a lot of people enjoyed it as well. I mean, Minnesota is an incredibly fast pool. I mean, the history in that pool is just beyond my ability to understand.
Yeah.
And I mean, being there and swimming with the team and swimming fast, and then also swimming against probably the fastest NCAA meet in history with some of the fastest swimmers in history. It was definitely a lot of fun and then super competitive, and it was a blast.
Yeah, it was definitely a fast meet. I mean, from top end speed all the way down to, I mean, the depth is starting to get pretty crazy. That's right, Kyle. It was a fast meet. The 2023 NCAA Swimming That's right, Kyle. It was a fast meet. The 2023 NCAA Swimming and Diving Championships were incredibly fast. And speaking of incredibly fast, I am talking incredibly fast, and I am unsure why. But thanks for watching this video. Once again, if you want more videos like this with athletes, maybe go drop a name of an athlete in the comment section that you would want me to try and get on the show. On your way down there, hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. See ya.